Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide. You should have this book. If you don't own one already, buy one immediately from mba.com, as I always mention in all of my clips. You cannot prepare, there is no such thing, as I've said before many a times, there is no such thing as preparation for GMAT without having that book. That book has the real exams, real questions. The problem that I'm about to solve, the math problem, is the one that appears on page 163, problem solving, number 89. Let's take a look at it. You have to have the book in front of you, otherwise you will not follow my work. It says, in the XY coordinate system, the point AB, here is the point that was given, AB, and A plus 3, let me continue with the same color, this is not writing very well. A plus 3 and B plus K. A plus 3 and B plus K, these 2 points, this point here with the coordinates A and B and the coordinates A plus 3 and B plus K are the 2 points that we are told are 2 points on the line defined by the equation, and here's the equation that is given to us. In other words, when they say that these are the 2 points on the line defined by this equation, that's a geeky, nerdy way of saying that these 2 coordinates, this point goes through this line and this point goes through this line. In other words, if I were to substitute the coordinates for x and y in this equation should be satisfied. What that means is that when you say this equation should be satisfied, what that means is that this equation will still hold. Similarly, for example here, if I substitute a for x and b for y, this equation will hold. Similarly, let's write this equation again one more time. In this case here, if I were to substitute a plus 3 for x and b plus k for y, this equation will still hold. So that's what I'm going to do. Can you spot very quickly the sucker answer, the classic sucker answer in this problem? The sucker answer is for the people who jump at the first answer choice that looks right. This is what I sometimes refer to as sucker answer, sometimes I call the trap answer, and sometimes I refer to as the lazy man's answer. The person who's just lazy, they just want to look at it and they just want to pick something in a hurry. And they're going to sit there and say, well, it's a plus 3, this got to be b plus 3, so k has to be 3. It cannot be that simple. If it were that simple, it doesn't occur to them to wonder, it does not occur to them to wonder even for a second that if it were that bloody simple, why would that problem be in the exam in the first place? It wouldn't be there. You have to do the work. So let's do it here. I'm going to substitute a for x and b for y, and that's one equation. And the other equation is this one. Here I'm going to substitute a plus 3 for x and b plus k for y. There you go. And these 2 equations are the same, they come from the same thing. Now notice that here I have a plus 3 and here I only have a. So I'm going to add 3 to it. A plus 3, b and plus 3. Let me write in greening so you can keep the 2 separate. I'm just simply adding 3 to this side. A plus 3 equals 3b minus k plus 3. Now since this has a plus 3 on this side and this has a plus 3 on this side, which means this equation here, 3b minus 7 plus 3, must equal this part right here, 3 times b plus k minus 7. Because you see, this is a plus 3, by adding 3 to this side I made it same as this side here, which means if the left hand sides are the same, the right hand sides have to be equal. So 3b minus 7 plus 3, by adding 3 on both sides, that has to equal, this quantity has to equal this side, 3 times b plus k minus 7. Let's solve it then. So we're not interested in this part anymore. I'm just going to concentrate on this part here. Let's open the parentheses. So here I end up with 3b minus 7 plus 3 gives me minus 4 equals, and I'm going to open the parentheses, that gives me 3b, and then this gives me 3 times k minus 7. So immediately you see that I get 3b on this side, 3b on that side, so that cancels out. I'm going to leave the 3k on one side. 3k stays on that side, or if it makes it easier for you to see, 3k stays on this side. I'm going to bring the 7 on that side by adding 7 to both sides. If I add 7 to this side here and 7 to that side, a plus 7 and a plus 7 here. If I add 7 to both sides, this cancels out. So I end up only with 3k on this side here. 3k equals 7 minus 4, which is 3. So now I know 3 equals 3k, therefore k must equal 1. That's it, we are done. The answer must be, answer is D. That's all it is. But the traditional, orthodox, classical way, algebraic way is the only way to go here. There is no other shortcut here. But it's not that complicated. I'm going to start one more time here. The equation is given to us. This is the equation for the line, x equals 3y minus k, which is why I wrote that equation twice. I wrote it twice because this equation, which is the same equation as this one, when you substitute these coordinates for the point, this equation holds. And how do I know that? Because the problem tells me that this point goes through this line. And so does this point. This point also goes through this line. So, substitute wherever I see x, I replace it with a plus 3. Wherever I see y, I replace it with b plus k. That's why I get 3 times y becomes 3 times b plus k minus 7. And since this has a on the left hand side and this one has a plus 3, I added 3 to this side here. Add 3 to this side, 3 to that side, so this becomes a plus 3. And that was a plus 3. So that means this quantity here, 3b minus 7 plus 3, has to equal this side right here. So equate the two and solve for it. By this point we don't need this part. That's it. And we just solve for k, that's all it is. We just solve for k, it becomes very simple. As soon as you open this parenthesis, 3b and 3b cancel out, and the rest is very simple. Listen, if you wish to buy DVDs that I have put together for all the math problems in this book, there are 400 problems, and I have DVDs which contain the solutions to all of these problems, including problem solving and data sufficiency. Or if you wish to hire my services for personal private tutoring, I will come down to you regardless of where you are, as long as it's worth my while. I am myself located in Connecticut. Send me an email. Go to my website at www.prep4gmat.com. Prep4gmat.com. Send me an email. Tell me if you want to buy the DVDs or if you wish to hire my services for personal tutoring, and I will take care of you. All right. Thank you again for watching, and if you want to get these clips right away as soon as I upload them, if you want to be notified of that, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my channel on the YouTube, and you'll be sent email by the YouTube as soon as I upload a new clip. Later on down the road, I will start uploading the clips on the data sufficiency questions. Then I'm going to do, maybe next month or so, I'm going to do some clips on GREs, and then I'll hopefully will start something on vocabulary. Anyway, thank you. Okay, bye-bye.